Shit, this bass sounds low as fuck. So today I'm about to show you how to achieve this kind of killer ass bass tone. So without further ado, let's do the shit. First of all, just as always, we're gonna use Trillian for bass sampling. Hardcore finger full range samples patch here. All of them internal effects is bypassed. Amp section is bypassed too, so we only have this amount of DI signal. That's how it sounds without any processing. And now most interesting part. We are gonna split this Trillian channel to 4 different FX channels, which gonna be 4 layers of our bass, but because of the fact that in Cubase you can set more than one output, I created 4 mono FX channels, then turned off output of Trillian and created 4 sends to these FX channels. All of them routed to bass bus, where they become one massive bass. So let's check them out. First layer, bass drive. This layer is the keeper of low-end part of our bass, so what we have here is bass overdrive by TSC with these settings. Next layer, bass high gain. This layer is heavily driven bass with a lot of harmonics, and main purpose of it is to make our bass fuller and heavier. By the way, we're using Revalver 4 with simple screamer and 6505 amp. Speaking of screamer, it has maximum drive and tone to provide more focused and constant distortion. Right after we have 6505 with these settings. Just as always, I go nuts with schematics tweaking by playing around with them tubes and other components of amp. So instead of reviewing all of them shits, I'll just put this preset at the additional files so you can get the shit and do some shit using my shit. And last thing in chain is simple mono delay to fix phase correlation between this and other layers. If you listen closely, you can notice solid loss of low end when I turn it off. Next layer, bass twang. This one is kind of clean part of our bass, but focused mostly on that gent zone, if you know what I mean. So we using SHV1 amp for this layer. You can hear that it makes our bass much brighter. And now something that I never did before, I swear you gonna love this shit, bass roast layer. Goddamn you all, this shit is literally on fire. So here we have Revalver 4th loaded with red hot amp. I think you all already got the reference with orange terror or some shit like that with that awesome fuzzy color. You will find this preset at the additional files as well. And now I use EQ to defeat them unwanted parts of spectrum and avoid it from frequency conflicts with other layers. This low-end zone could provide big conflict with bass drive channel, and rest of bands is all about interactions with high gain and bass twang layers. So let's go for the shit. So that's pretty much it for layers, and now each one of them goes to bass bus. First thing in chain is Keyfair Impulse Loader with custom mix ready impulse. Check this shit. You will find this shit at the additional files for this guide. Next thing in chain is multiband compressor. What it does is slight compression of 4 parts of spectrum and slight rebalance of them to get bit more focused highs and high mids. Multiband exciter with same crossovers to gain RMS. Notice gain compensation on output of plugin. NLS with pretty solid amount of drive to get even more of saturation and loudness. Pro Q to get rid of unwanted sublows and fee problem zones across the spectrum. Pro limiter to finalize loudness work and get rid of few peaks here and there. And last thing in chain is Pro C compressor and sidechain mode. Driven by kick, it helps to create just a tiny bit of additional headroom by transparent ducking of bass when kick drum hits. Check this out. So that's pretty much it. For those of you who want to get additional files pack, which includes custom mix ready impulse used in this guide, Cubase template including bass and drum setup, pack of presets for Revalver 4, and pack of Pro Q presets, you will find all of them shits in my private post on Patreon, which will be available after pledging $1. By doing this you will also get access for rest of my private content and help me keep doing what I do. Link is in the description. Hope you learned thing or two from this guide. See you next time.